Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your time zone. We are back again here, of course. I remain Chigozendimo, the host anchor, bringing you the unbiased reportage of events as they continue to unfold. Keeping it real has been our earnest passion and commitment. And to this end, we come your way once again this morning, of course, here in Lagos, Nigeria. We are to treat about very important issues, of course, bordering on the latest development, rocking the entire social, political, and economic spheres. Most pronounced is the action uh, of Nigerian Labour Congress, of course, which have taken unusual dimensions of most recent, especially yesterday. There was a total compliance, and they were able to shut down the activities in the Imo airport and that of Abuja in protest, of course, as of solidarity to their president that was severely brutalized and other conditions could be spelled out that ought to be met before they would, of course, back down. This is another development, of course, in Nigeria, and people expected such cooperation from the Labour Congress, but of course they haven't took us unawares. We have uh, and respected comrade who will share part of his opinion regarding this development. Good morning, sir. You're welcome to this political rumbles this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's a pleasure welcoming you once again here, where we discuss and analyze. What is your position regarding the actions of Labour Congress
The action of
yesterday?
Labour Congress is very, very good and recommended. And the area where I blame them, hadn't been that they started it earlier. I think the man on top today, being Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, would have never been there. The reason what prompted them to protest and to go on strike and do all this because of their president that was brutalized. So that's what brings the actions of this strike for now. Uh,
Okay, the protest.
the protest and the
They were
strike.
compelled
Yes,
to
yes,
back on strike because of how mercilessly the president was brutalized.
yes. That's the problem. It's good like that as they come to protest to show that what they did to them was very, very wrong. It's good.
And they have the right as a people, as citizens, and of course, labor force uh,
They, they
to
have
demand,
they have the right
of
to
course,
demand what belongs to them and what their right is. They have the right to do that totally.
but does the political class seems to agree with that provisions of the law over the rights of
The,
the
pol-
workers
uh,
in
the
Nigeria?
the political act, although we know that our country is a jungle, it's the survival of the fittest. Those that have the upper hand are the one that are suppressing the lower people. It's not a matter of we are practicing democracy. We are not practicing it.
Mm.
Are we practicing democracy? You cannot have a free and fair election. Are we practicing democracy? You cannot speak your rights. When this is not found in democracy, then what are we doing?
It means
So it means
it's the
that
opposite of democracy
yes, we are just here
in anarchy.
joking ourselves. You can do whatever you like. So that is it. That was the situation that we meet ourselves in this country.
Tomorrow is the D-Day for the election. Do you think that such protests can, of course, change the outcome of the elections? Being that even the INEC itself barred, of course, media personnel from holding brief of whatever discussion they are having with different political parties, which the Labour and other Labour Party and other parties resisted. That no, you cannot gag the media. Why is it that INEC at this time is behaving so so suspicious?
In that aspect, Labour protesting will not stop them to hold their governorship election because Although we, so far I'm concerned, and the country that I have been, what the little one that I can know, I know they have already concluded and arranged who they want to put in each position or who they want to run for the second time. They have already concluded their agreement. All this what they are doing is just to do a formality. Let's be that there will be election. This one they are going to do is not election. It just let it be that it is election. And are we doing an election whereby the first citizen enter there through fraudulent act? When the up is bad, then what do you expect from the down? When our president did not enter there genuinely with a free and fair election, then you are expecting that the state will be okay when the up is not okay. My brother, all of them, they are the same feather, they are flocking together. So this election that is coming from Imo State, well, I know that people may not come out much based on the strike. Some may not come up based on what we voted for 2023 February was not what they give to us. The essence of mobilizing masses to come for governorship election may not yield a good result, and definitely it will affect the governorship election in all the states. No matter how it will affect. People cannot come out in mass because Nigerians are fed up already. They are fed up based on the system of our government here.
Government. And the INEC said that the transmission of election result via the IREF is illegal. Imagine INEC contradicting itself. Then why the several billions, hundreds of billions that were spent to procure the IREF and by model accreditation if it will not be in use?
If the INEC are saying that it is illegal to use all the papers and whatever thing they bought for this particular election, if you are talking for the present one, you have to compare the past. The past one, how do they conduct the past one? Those things that they involve both electronic and other, do they make use of them? There are some states that they do not use it. They say the beavers is not working, the beavers do this and that. So all these things they are playing is a game. Together, all of them is a game they are playing. The only thing that I know there, which I'm sensing of, is that they have already made up their mind. No, the particular, if it is the governor that is going to rerun second time, they have agreed, let him go and finish his tenure. That's what they are doing now. Unless in some other states where some party, either PDP or Labour Party, where they are well much strong and have a capable people that can follow bomber to bomber to monitor the election. I'm sure say they will get some states where some governors will withdraw.
If the game they are playing, I mean the INEC and some political heavyweights are not favoring the masses, are not in the interest of the masses, when will the people rise to end that such game that is not in their interest?
Fine and good. That's a good one. For people to start to rise and end such game is that although we have missed the mark through Labour Party, the whole 36 states that make up Nigeria, a country, supposed to come to protest against what Supreme Court judge against general election. Because what they judge is not what people saw. Both together with the evidence that was brought before them, they didn't go through the evidence and every other thing. Since they have missed the first track, my brother, it will take them another 8 years to regain such a thing. So since the one that is in up, they are the incumbent government now, the people that have the power now. So they have the power to do everything since they have secured the up. So the down one is a nursery work for them. So there is nothing they cannot do. Whether you like it or not, come to what they will tell you, say go to court. Where you are going to court? Nigeria doesn't have a court. We don't have a judiciary. So you will look at the whole thing, you will just keep calm. So whatever they like, let them do. That is the situation of the situation that is on ground now.
So you mean Nigerians are at the mercy of these political gladiators or political class until the next 4 years?
Yes, now.
Are they addicted? Nigerians can't do anything.
Yes, now they can't
so
do.
They claim their mandate or
they
their
can't
freedom.
do anything. What would they? Since they miss the first track, where they're supposed to grab first to hold that one, they miss it up. Then what are they going to do again? because that one with the veto power that he has, he can even make appoint anybody that he needs to enter on each state. He has the capability to do that.
Now, because for some week back, the supposed Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile, the person of Mazi Simon Epa, said there is not going to be election in Biafran land. And tomorrow is the D-Day. Do you think there's any possibility of boycotting the elections based on the pronouncement of the
As he said, all of us
freedom fighter?
yes, as he said, we all are looking towards that day being tomorrow, the governorship election. The same thing came up when they do the general election. They said there will be no general election in Southeast. Along the line, after much pleading, much meeting, much negotiation, they later allowed them do the general election. It's a more or less that this governorship election, let's see how it will goes. Since we never have any information if there is any now, although the federal government have already deployed security men to Imo State to anchor the governorship election. So in that angle, we are waiting, see how it will go that day and see what the Biafran Prime Minister on exile will talk concerning that particular day. So we are waiting for the instruction this evening. What will happen against tomorrow?
Against tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your wonderful
God bless you,
submissions
my
and
brother.
time. We do appreciate you.
God bless you.
Yes, you've heard it. Of course, we are expecting the update from the leader or the supposed Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, Simon, but over the instruction that there will not be elections, possibly he might be speaking to his own people to boycott that elections. And being that the entire regions or states have been heavily militarized, what will be the outcome? Because it will send a different signal and panic to the public or the electorates who might be apprehensive and, over what might becomes of course their fate should they trip out to exercise their supposed uh, franchise or the constitutionally protected rights to choose who becomes their president or their governor. But that right seems to have been narrowed at the dictate of whatever happens. Of course, the interests of the political heavyweights, whose, of course, interests have been placed above the overall well-being and welfare of the entire citizenry, which is rather unfortunate. And to discuss, we are here to give in-depth analysis about the development. And being that INEC have given the actions displayed by INEC uh, trying to bar this journalists from covering that particular briefing or they had with different uh, political parties is quite unfortunate. And how should INEC bar, of course, what is supposed to be the eyes of the people? The media has been the eyes or the voice of the people. The people deserve to know what are the positions INEC is taking. And the lady of preparedness on the part of INEC, but unfortunately, they could have reasons why they wouldn't want to appear before the camera because possibly they may have certain things to hide. But that is not in the interest of democracy. And INEC is expected or supposed to be uh, non-partisans. But with these actions, the world, of course, is having, of course, otherwise, to begin to think what is the credibility of sincerity on the part of INEC to conduct free, fair, and credible elections that could be perceived to be credible and acceptable by all and sundry. If not all, but overwhelming majority of the populace resident within that particular state. It is rather unfortunate. I put it to INEC, why do you bear, of course, a journalist from covering your program of sensitization to the political parties? Why? Would there be any justification for such actions? Is there any law that guarantees, of course, the position you display? It's quite unfortunate. I don't think there is any constitution or provision of the constitution or electoral, of course, act that bans media or journalists from covering INEC programs. It's not unfortunate, it's very suspicious, and to this end, we put it to you. Where is your integrity? You should come out clean, and people should be seen or see you to be impartial without siding any party. But your actions predisposes already the positions you have taken to deny the people the people of Imo State, the right to know what exactly is happening, the state of preparedness on the part of the INEC to deliver credible, free, and fair elections. And to this end, of course, other political parties has to protest such development because it's not in tandem with the provisions of the Electoral Act and the right of the Nigerian citizens or the supposed Imolites to know what is happening to them and who should become their supposed next governor. And that is quite disturbing, honestly. Following the development, of course, of the protests organized by the labor force or Nigerian Labour Congress, of course, which disrupted so many activities, most especially at the pronounced Imo State airports and Abuja airports. These are very concerning developments, and I'm worried about what becomes the next act. We have Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, you're welcome to this program, and we hope that you're able to make your own expressions regarding this. Being that you told us yesterday you are from Imo State. Yes, SM fans, good morning. Welcome to this wonderful show. Let's know what is your own position, your take concerning these pertinent issues. What do you think is happening, or what is your own perspective? Let's know via the comment section. And of course, kindly hit the like buttons. And of course, we are good to go. Let's be on the same page. Yeah, good morning, Fabian. Good morning. How are you faring over there? Because everything is fine and good. But for us here, we are combated by so many worries and uncertainties, rocking the entire sphere of existence as a people. We are apprehensive of what becomes the next step of the survival of every African Nigerian. We have you, I told you, Mr. Charles, you are welcome here. Come and tell us what is happening in Imo State. You told us that you are from MBC, and Doha was the choice of the Imolites in 20, I think, was it 2015?
Yes, 2020,
I mean 2019. 2019.
Yeah.
That such a position was overturned by the Nigerian Supreme Court. That the fourth becomes the last becomes the first, as a prophecy fulfilled in the Bible, that the first will be the last, and the last becomes the first. This is happening in your state, Imo State. Being that the Imo State airport was shut down yesterday in solidarity to the president of labor force that was, is it big battered or tinkered, and what other words can you use?
He was beaten to stupor. Beaten to stupor. Once again, good morning, Mr. Chikote. My name is Charles Izuku, one of Umbise.
It's a pleasure welcoming you.
Thank
okay,
you.
Is it one of
We have to be proud, irrespective of where we come from. We have to be proud. Our brothers in diaspora, I know anywhere you are watching us, you are very, very proud of where you come from. That is why God will continue to enlarge your cause wherever you are. Happy Christmas in advance. We are here waiting for you for our Christmas celebration. Let's celebrate it together. Because
That is a good one.
you have asked a question, and it's a welcome. It's a very nice question. We do not live it's very, very wrong that in the 21st or 20th century that we are still dancing to the tune of most of these politicians that I call vampires in Nigerian politics. Hope Uzodinma, you are the Supreme Court governor, not my governor. You were there as the Supreme Court governor. APC decided to enroll you as their own candidate. The person that was elected as one of the fourth position in Nigeria is very, very sad. It's just like when you go to university today, you find out that it's not far from the truth. Somebody who is supposed to be given a first class in the university, at the end of the day, you find out that a third class person was given the first class, level instead of the first class person. What did you expect Hope Uzodinma to do? I never expected a loser like Hope Uzodinma who has nothing to offer to the Imolites, who has nothing to give to Imolites, who has no vision and agenda to the Imolite, except killings and creating wars in the land of Imo State. If you happen to know Imo State very well, Mr. Chigozie, when I was in Port Harcourt then, you find out every weekend, every man that has little money would like to flow from Imo State from Port Harcourt or different places to Imo State, just to celebrate the weekend, very lovely state.
And Rao forward.
And the Rao forward, because thank you very much.
1 mile.
Thank you very much. Do you know that? Let me tell you, they have succeeded in destroying Imo State.
Honestly,
A peaceful
it's
and a
quite
lovely state. Few days ago, he went to IMSU. Imo State students were chanting, bad governance, no road, no water, no lights. That is the level of impunity these people have lowered us to. You went ahead and beat up a man like you, being the NLC chairman, National Labour Congress chairman, Ajero. Remember, when election is forthcoming, that is the only means in which you have every right to go to most of these politicians to demand for your entitlement. How much are we talking about? We Nigerians, we are suffering. We are no more asking most of these politicians to give us money to buy cars. We are not asking them to give us money to buy, to build houses. What we are asking them is for them to give us the opportunity to eat 3 square meal a day. That is what average Nigerian workers are fighting for. Give them money to eat 3 square meal a day.
Even with the 20 naira minimum wage.
How much?
It's 20 naira.
Mr. Chikwese, do you know that when you combine a salary, of 2 workers in Nigeria, it's not even up to a bag of rice now. A lot of Nigerian workers collect 30,000 naira per month. Combine 30,000, how much is a bag of rice? We're talking about 60,000 naira now. So what are we saying? You beating up a Labour Congress chairman is not a welcome development for them to have decided to shut whatever movement from Abuja and from different places. To me, it's a welcome development. But what I'm asking NUC is, whatever you are doing, you have to do it in such a way that you're going to balance the equation very well. Because even if we stopped the movement of vehicle, the movement of aircraft from one place to another, most of these politicians, they have made it either through dubious means or one way or the other. They have the money that they can charter any private plane, whatever they want to go. But what impact is going to have is the impact is going to be on the life of Nigerian citizens. So I pray and I wish and I pray for, and I'm asking the Nigerian Labour Congress, they should be able to balance up the equation so that everything will strike very well. It's a welcome development because the reason why we are not happy, and then you are saying that a lot of people we are saying there is a seat at home in Imo State or in the eastern part of Nigeria, is not a problem. The problem is that if these people were allowed to go to their various votes and elect cast their vote, exercise their franchise,
And
will their vote be counted?
And can their life be protected?
Can their
The
life be
security to
protected?
their life be
Look at the
guaranteed.
number of battalions you took to Imo State, Kogi State, and the Bayelsa. Are we in a war? This is the democratic system of government. So, Nigerians, here also, the government of this Hopus or them and the APC government, they are killing also because nobody seems to be happy anymore. We are sad because the responsibility of every leader is to safeguard the lives and property of his citizens. But what I will say, we are seeing a situation whereby most of these people, what they are after is just to enrich themselves. The governor buying different sort of cars, the senators 160 million naira car, a president buying a yacht of 5.something billion naira. Why an average Nigerian cannot even feed? Why we cannot? We are hungry. Christmas is fast approaching. Whenever your phone rings, you become afraid. You don't know who is calling you because you think and you thought that somebody is there to beg you for money. Nobody, we are hungry, we are not happy. Nigerian citizens are suffering. So that is why we are saying anything that these people should do, they are doing, they should always remember there's always life after politics. Posterity will always judge them for whatever good or bad they did to us because we will never forgive them. We are not forgiving the talk less of God himself. They should know that life is all about, life is full of faces. Whatever you open, the chapters, whenever you open, it depends on the one you have given to yourself. So we are disappointed with of these politicians. Hopefully, of them go and sit down. Nigerian politics is not do or die affair. If you did not win, go and relax. That's no problem. Make peace with your people so that at the end of the day, people will be able to say, yes, once upon a time, there was a time we have a good governor. But today, once upon a time, there was a time we have a bad governor. In Hopus of them. Today, Imo State people can beat up their chest, even out their state, and boast of Chief Doctor Sam Mbakwe as one of the best governors today. Honestly. Most of the infrastructural facilities that
his records remains unbeaten.
Unbeaten, Mr. Chigozie. Today, he still remains the best governor we have in the land. So please,
the crying governor,
the weeping governor,
the governor that served with empathy,
and
love for her people.
Thank you very much, Chigozie. You know him very well. So till today, most of the infrastructural facilities we are using in Igbo land, in Abia State, in Imo State, even the Ebonyi State combined, is being channeled and put together by Sam Mbakwe. So these people should go and borrow leave from most of these people of pleasant memory. I am disappointed with Hopus of them. It's not a do or die, so God should come to our rescue. Thank you very much.
Of course, you have spoken eloquently this morning and very, of course, articulate. Yes, I remember Dr. Sam Mbakwe Onunaka, the crying, the weeping governor, who served meticulously, of course, to advance, of course, his people's welfare and well-being. But ever since, of course, Sam Mbakwe, of course, left office, there have never been a match, no one to be compared, no one have even neared his antecedents, his developmental stride and passion for his people. It's so unfortunate. I mean, the entire Eastern region have not experienced the level of development commitment by the supposed leaders. These are when we have leaders. But quite unfortunate, what we have now is a far cry. And it is quite this. Where do we go from here? Where shall we have the lives of Dr. Sam Mbakwe, who served his people, who wept because his people were not feeling happy, and he committed his life to bettering the lot of his people, even until his death. It is quite unfortunate that the people will here have this moment are just fun for Japa, my people will say. The politics of fun for Japa, the politics of Tibie Zablo, the politics of the winner takes it all, the politics of suppression and intimidation. It is quite sad, and with such development, no society can be established. Because the Bible says it's only righteousness, doing things the right way, that exalts a nation. But any nation that is known for wickedness, for impunity, is bound to collapse. Is that, of course, the position of the Nigerian states, and by extension, the Eastern region. Well, let's continue to watch as we continue to update you on the latest happenings and whatever happens. Of course, we are here to intimate you of the development. I expect you, of course, to hit the subscription button, and anyone watching, if what we are doing is you're happy with that, and that you can encourage us in any way possible. The Xmas, of course, speed up is around the corner. Just less than 40 or so, okay, less than 50 days from now. So how are you preparing for Xmas? And we hope we'll have opportunity to celebrate with you. Whatever happens, you might not be here physically, but we can feel the impact of the gestures as you extend out to us down here. Yours as certainly submitted by, of course, Charles, and I'm affirming that is very necessary